Welcome back to Hardstuck for another League of Legends champion tier list. Today we'll be breaking down... It just says breaking down. Damn, that's rough. Today we'll be covering patch 10.22, which sees a few interesting shifts in the meta. Except not really, cause Riot doesn't have the guts to do anything but whore out for cash grab skins and broken new champions. Let's get this over with. Top sees some minor switcheroos, with Urgot moving back up, Lulu's nerf thankfully tuning her down again, and Teemo holding his throne. The little rat is still a really strong pick. No, the other one. There. Teemo does some eye-popping damage, has innate map control with his shrooms, and is an automatic tilting machine. As soon as Teemo is locked in, his lane opponent enters the game with -10 constitution. Keep rolling the little bastard out there as long as it's not against me. Nasus is getting a pretty solid buff here that our challenger analysts say may end up being huge, but probably not. Worth mentioning, I guess. Gotta reach 10 minutes, boys. Urgot continues to be a problem in all elos, though Korea doesn't seem to like him. The weird thing is, Urgot kinda sucks. He's clunky, he has weird hitboxes, and predictable play patterns. Unfortunately, Season 10 is a cocktail of broken garbage that stirs Urgot up into a shot the rest of us are forced to take straight, no chaser. Between Conqueror, Death's Dance, and Black Cleaver, Urgot never f***ing dies, while he still eats tanks and squishies alike. Not to mention his ult, which I believe is called, "You don't get to use a third of your health bar today." Top lane is a nightmare of hellish matchups, and the tier list reflects this depressing fact more than I'd like to say. Unfortunately, bruisers and tanks just don't get to have fun for the rest of the season, it seems, with Kayle, Quinn, Tito, Lulu, and Vladimir still seeing a bunch of play. Whatever happened to the honorable dual island? Those were the days. Jungle is in kind of a weird spot right now. There are around 10 champions with a 52%-ish win rate. How is that possible, you ask? Because Lee Sin, Nidalee, and Graves are still getting tons of play despite being absolute trash these days, balancing out the overall wins at the position. Obviously, I can't squeeze all of these champions into 200 plus, or lump all of them into S tier, mostly because that would be a ton of work reformatting. So ignore most of the visuals here, shut up and listen. Vi is on the moon right now with 53% wins at all elos. If you play jungle, or even if you're autofilled, you should be playing Vi right now. Like literally right now. Even your dumbass can't miss her ult, and just like that, your win probability is off the ocean floor. Anyways, Vi is great because she's very well rounded with engage, crowd control, tankiness, and damage, and can be built in lots of different ways. Off to an early lead? Build some lethality and one-shot everything. Team a little squishy? Tank up, become an unkillable CC bot. Did you know her Q almost gets down to a 3-second cooldown with 45% CDR? It's nuts. Karthus is getting nerfed, which will hurt him a bit, but nothing crazy. The other standouts right now are mostly the usual suspects. Rek'Sai, Zac, Warwick, Nunu, Fiddlesticks, Hecarim, Kayn, Rammus? What a world we live in. Jungle is a mess. Good luck out there. On to the mid lane. This might be the most unchanged list in the entirety of Season 10. Not exactly ideal for snarky content, Riot. Help me out here. We recently watched Ahri surge into top tier, but at least we sorta saw it coming with how much Riot was clearly trying to sell skin. Ease Ahri into the meta after her mini rework. On a larger scale, our challenger analysts confidently declare that assassins are back after control mages dominated the majority of the year. If you hadn't noticed, Annie, Ahri, and Galio are all top tier largely thanks to their ability to shut down their bursty melee counterparts. Now, however, we see a resurgence of everyone's favorite champion class. You know they're called assassins for a reason, because they make the game feel like shit for everyone else. Zed has been outrageously strong for a long time since his W buff, but now Diana, Talon, Fizz, Katarina, and Yone are all performing at a pretty high level. Get ready to baby-proof your epic gamer setup, because chances are you're gonna reach unforeseen levels of baby rage no matter how tilt-proof you think you are. See you on Reddit vent threads. Oh, bot lane. Season 10 bot lane is going to be defined by this cataclysmic mistake regardless of how many changes they make to her disgusting kit. In fact, despite the repeated nerfs, Samira still keeps clawing her way back above 50% wins, so they're taking another swing at it hoping something sticks. If only somebody, somewhere, anyone, could have seen this coming. In reality, right now it's pretty clear that Ashe, Misfortune, and Jhin stand above the rest for solo queue at least. Jin's representation in Pro is refreshing, but I don't really care about that in all honesty. I'm just glad Caitlyn, Senna, and Aphelios are all actual reasonable champions these days. What a headache that was all summer. Xayah is actually getting a small buff on this patch, which officially leaves Varus as the absolute worst champion in the entire game. What a joke. This game sucks. Sup? Huh? Oh, support. Yeah, on to support. I knew that. We've got some interesting changes to the tier list here. Leona has skyrocketed in both play and wins, which our challenger analysts say is a huge indicator of current viability. You see, typically if a champion gets more popular, there are more Terra-bad players borking up their win rate. See Lee Sin or Thresh. When a champion rises in both metrics, I can't help but take notice. Leona is even seeing a lot of play at Worlds, but again, who cares? Leona and Alistar are holding it down for tank support since they haven't been particularly viable most of the year. Sure, a quality Blitz or Thresh player can always carry a game, but how many quality players are actually choosing to play support? Yeah, that's what I thought. The rest of the tier list is typically mostly enchanters, with Bard and Janna holding onto their top tier spots while Lulu takes a little tumble following back-to-back nerfs. Rakan, Maokai, and Nami are rocking surprising win rates over the last few patches, and they stand on the doorstep of broken tier. One honorable mention here is Swain, who, even in high elos, is a complete terror right now. The hitbox on his pull, well, his metrics are a little wonky because he keeps getting classified as an ADC in weird duos, but his impact can't be understated. Fun fact, I don't think any champion in the entire game tilts me as badly as this guy. In hindsight, I should have just deleted all of this. Yikes. Stay safe out there. This concludes another terrible Hardstuck champion tier list. If you hated it as much as I hated making it, you're obligated to subscribe. Stay tuned for more dumb clickbaity videos as we are moving to a weekly upload schedule. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I won't see you on the Rift, cause f this game. Peace.